Foreign Ministers of India, Japan, Australia and the US will meet in Tokyo on October 6 to affirm their countries' commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific region amid China's aggression and territorial encroachments, including along the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh. Japan's Foreign Minister Toshimitsu Motegi announced the ministerial meeting of the loose grouping, known as the Quadrilateral or Quad, in Tokyo on Tuesday. Senior officials of the four countries met virtually last week to prepare for the ministerial meet, including agenda of diversifying supply chain amid apprehensions of a China-dominated supply chain. While there were earlier speculations that the Quad foreign ministers meet will be held in Delhi, and US officials had also hinted it, Tokyo had desired to host this meet to showcase its commitment to a free and secure Indo-Pacific in the post-Abe period. However, there is a view that India was cautious to hold this meet at this stage amid negotiations with China over the LAC stalemate. India also is not in favor of transforming Quad into a military bloc. In the recent past, India has held separate naval exercises with the US, Japan and Australia in the Indian Ocean region even as speculations continue over Australian inclusion into the 2020 Malabar naval exercise. The October 6 meeting of Motegi, US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, Australian Foreign Minister Marise Payne and their Indian counterpart S. Jayashankar comes amid China's growing assertiveness in the region including along the LAC. The talks between the foreign ministries of the Quad will be the first ministerial level multi-party conference hosted by Tokyo since the start of the coronavirus pandemic and follows their meeting in New York in September last year on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly. The US, Japan, Australia and India have been stepping up cooperation to ensure rules-based international order in the Indo-Pacific region, including the maintenance of the rule of law, freedom of navigation and overflight and peaceful settlement of disputes, in a veiled counter to China's growing clout in the region. The Indian Space Research Organisation, earlier this month, launched Rohini sounding rocket RH-200 with a new propellant formulation based on hydroxyl-terminated polybutadiene, HTPB, from the Tumba Equatorial Rocket Launching Station at its Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. This was 180th successful flight of RH-200, meteorological, sounding rocket in the first flight with HTPB-based propellant. The mission achieved an altitude of 62.7 km against the predicted nominal 60.6 km in 123 seconds and released the chaff payload successfully. Performance of the motor was normal, ISRO said. India started its space journey with the establishment of the TERLS on November 21, 1963 by launching the first sounding rocket from Indian soil. Subsequently on November 21, 1967 the first Indian-made sounding rocket, RH-75 was successfully launched. Over the years, ISRO has developed various sounding rockets for a variety of scientific experiments or meteorological studies. Currently, the RH-200, RH-300 Mk2 and RH-560 Mk3 rockets are operational, which were developed during the early phase of our journey in rocketry, ISRO added. India on Wednesday successfully test-fired the surface-to-surface supersonic cruise missile Brahmos, with indigenous components for an extended range from a land-based platform off the Odisha coast. The missile deployed in full operational configuration blasted off from Launching Complex 3 of the Integrated Test Range at about 10:30 am and met all mission parameters as expected. Defense sources said the missile, an Indo-Russian joint venture, was put to trial with indigenous booster, airframe section, propulsion system, power supply and many other major components. The test jointly conducted by DRDO and Brahmos Aerospace for an extended range of 450 km has paved the way for the serial production of the indigenous booster and other indigenous components of the powerful weapon system, realizing the Atmanirbhar Bharat pledge. It is one more major step in enhancing the indigenous content. The Brahmos land attack cruise missile was cruising at a top speed of Mach 2.8. The missile has proved its prowess once again as the best supersonic cruise system in the world, said a senior defense official. Congratulated DRDO_India on the successful test firing of an extended-range Brahmos supersonic Cruise missile. The missile with an indigenous booster will further strengthen India's defense capability. Tweeted Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik.